Hey there, gamers. DreamcastGuy here. Today we're talking about Xbox because the president, the CEO, the head of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, yesterday, he did a very strange interview where at one point he goes on a 2-minute rant. He starts just talking about the future of video games, but he doesn't talk about Xbox. He says that Xbox is no longer the focus, it's Windows. He said the idea is to basically make gaming into Microsoft Office. Now, I want to talk about this because everybody is picking apart this interview, and it really seems like, honestly, this feels like a very, very bad sign. I feel like one of the things that kind of terrifies me the most about the industry as it currently exists is buyouts from boring billionaires, right? Like, consider the fact that here in just the last, 5-6 years, they have spent almost $100 billion on acquisitions, buying Doom, buying Bethesda, buying Activision Blizzard, all this stuff that racks up to close to $100 billion of studio acquisitions. And what does that lead to? Does that lead to better games? Does that lead to bigger worlds? No, it leads to profit increases via stock. It doesn't actually lead to games. It leads to investment folder talk by Microsoft. But let me take a look at this because I do truly believe this is a sign as to just how dead Xbox is. At this point, Microsoft literally doesn't even want to talk about it. Well, let's get into it. Hi, hope you're having a great day. And if you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I wanted to thank you guys. I love whenever there's interesting news. 1,000 people sent me this, and I appreciate that very much. Now, here's some quick bullet points before we go into the actual statements line by line, because it is so long and it's so dense. Everybody is already making fun of it. Stuff like Microsoft CEO, Xbox isn't competition against other gaming platforms. It's going against TikTok. Okay, let me start with this. So, he starts by saying that Windows is the gaming focus now, not the console, not anything else, not trying to figure out some way to make Xbox more popular, not even the studios. The goal is to make everybody game on Windows. It does seem like Microsoft's, I would say, jealousy. I do think that Microsoft is in a spot where they wish they were Valve. They wish they were the Steam storefront, specifically because I do think that Steam has managed to do something very, very unique, which is that they got there first. People don't remember this now. Originally, people didn't like Steam way, way, way back in the day. The idea of this digital all-in-one storefront that you had to have on your PC, people didn't really like the idea of Valve and the Steam storefront way back decades ago. But as it got better, honestly, a lot of people came to love it. Now, at this point, people prefer to buy games on Steam. It is pretty much the unanimous entire launcher for all of PC gaming, at least for the most part, right? And so it sounds like Microsoft, in a way, is jealous at the fact that they've managed to hit such global saturation, and now they get free profit. I think something crazy. They make tens of billions of dollars a year at Valve for putting out literally 0 games of their own. And I think Microsoft wishes they had that magic. They confirm once again that their multi-platform strategy is their primary focus. They want to be a successful publisher and uses the success of Microsoft Office as an example. Yeah, man, because when I think about good publishing, I think about Microsoft Office. What an insane statement. Sees console and PC as the same thing. Heavily hints that the next console being more PC-based. Now, there have been a couple leaks this week that I didn't have a chance to report on because I was working on that Dragon Quest review. But I do think the idea, the more I hear about this hybrid PC console idea, I think I like the idea of it. Some people are essentially saying that the goal that Microsoft is going to attempt, and who knows how true this will be, is to essentially make you basically a portable mini PC. The next console is going to be roughly the power of a $2,000 PC, but they sell it to you for $1,000. My thing is that I still don't think that A, console gamers are going to want to buy a $1,000 console, and B, it does kind of become that thing where part of the fun, part of the interestingness of gaming on PC is the customization of it, and honestly, the modular nation of it. The fact that I can swap out specific pieces of my PC. Oh, I need to upgrade the motherboard or add on RAM or do a new graphics card and stuff. I think the downside of buying an all-in-one mini PC boxed together by Microsoft, this next-gen Xbox, is that even if it's cutting edge for a bit, I won't be able to upgrade it the way I could a PC, right? It says they're competing. Their competition in gaming is short-form video. Says good margins are needed to keep funding. Let me actually go through this. Let's take a look at chunks of this because it is just, honestly, it's so stupid, and I feel like it shows how much these corporate overlords, they do not care. They do not like you. I think in a way the Xbox team at this point just hates the gamers because it does feel like that honestly the whole bubble has popped and everybody's kind of feeling like they're all about to get fired as soon as Microsoft determines how to put it on a spreadsheet that sounds positive, right? The biggest gaming business in the world is Windows business. To us, gaming on Windows, and of course Steam, has built a massive marketplace on top of it and done a very successful job. So to us, the way we're thinking about gaming is, let's first of all, we're now the largest publisher after the Activision deal. So therefore, we're going to be a fantastic publisher, similar to the approach of what we did with Office, where we're going to be everywhere on every platform. We want to make sure that whether it's consoles, whether it's PC, whether it's mobile, whether it's cloud gaming or the TV, we just want to make sure the games are being enjoyed by gamers everywhere. Second, we also want to innovate our work on the PC system side for console and PC. So it's kind of funny that people think about the console and PC as two different things. We built the console because we wanted to build a better PC, which then could platform for gaming. So I kind of want to revisit some of this conventional wisdom, but at the end of the day, console has an experience that is unparalleled. It delivers performance that's unparalleled. It pushes, I think, the system forward. So I'm really looking forward to that next console, the next PC gaming, but most importantly, the game business model has to be where we invent some of those new interactive medias, because after all, gaming's competition is not other gaming. Gaming's competition is short form video. And so if as an industry, we don't continue to innovate, both as we produce, what we produce, how we think about distribution, the economic model, the best way to innovate is to have good margins. This is corpo speak. And I know I talk about this, but God, do I hate corpo speak. Hey, here's why shutting down all those studios is actually good for gaming. Here's why having no exclusives and selling no consoles actually, surprise, is good for gaming. Here's why all of our acquisitions that didn't lead to better games, that didn't lead to more games, this is why it's still actually good that somehow we've shut everything down. I love The Evil Within. Excuse my random angry rant in the middle of this video. I love The Evil Within. The Evil Within 1, The Evil Within 2 are masterpieces. I will always die on the hill that I feel like the best modern horror games that are completely overlooked are Evil Within 1, Evil Within 2. When Microsoft bought that, they bought Tango and stuff. I was super excited, okay, let's see a big budget Evil Within 3. I would do anything for an Evil Within 3. What happened? They shut them down. Microsoft shut them down. Now you could say, a lot of the talent leads had already left. It was a shell of the company. But it's still weird to me that they even got shut down. Why buy the most talented studios with the biggest projects, with the most passion, and you spend top dollar to get it and then just put it into the recycle bin and then say empty? It's psycho to me to say things like the competition of gaming isn't other games, it's TikTok. Look at this. Mike Ibarra, the previous president of Xbox, he's been talking a lot about how much he doesn't like a lot of these decisions. And a lot of gamers on the Xbox side have been pissed at Mike Ibarra. I've actually seen entire Xbox podcasts hating on Mike Ibarra, saying this man's like a jealous ex just sitting here outside the house yelling at her new boyfriend or some shit like that, right? I still feel like I like his takes, where even if I disagree with him a lot, I still like his takes because he has been inside of meetings that you and I have not seen. He's heard stuff psycho and crazy and awful enough that obviously he left for a reason, right? But I like his pushback. Gaming does not compete with short-form video. It competes with time. It's different. Video games are a multi-hour premium experience. They're so good, you forget your sense of time. You escape reality and the challenges and stresses of today. Short-form video is what you do when you have a few minutes multiple times throughout the day. FYI, the average core gamer spends about 3 hours a day in the games they love on a daily basis, sometimes 5. This is so good. You could put this on my tombstone. I love this legitimately that much. Video games are multi-hour premium experiences, and I feel like this is the heart of what more gamers want. Charge me a fee. Charge me a fair fee for a big game, right? $60, $70, whatever it takes for a big, crazy, story-focused, beautiful world with cool characters and stuff. I'm happy to pay that to fund more of that art. I don't want to pay with eyeball ad time. I don't want to be turning on my Xbox and have to watch ads for my legally required 5 hours of Game Pass a day. I want good actual experiences that make me want to escape reality. This is so good. I mean, obviously it's Mike Ybarri, knows what he's talking about, but I feel like it really highlights the fact that this is wild. Him comparing gaming to Office, not Halo, not gaming culture, not player experiences, Office. That's the mindset. Package it, license it, chase the margins. We built the console because we wanted to build a PC is a wild thing to admit out loud. Now they're pretending interactive media means innovation when it really means ads, engagement, and reoccurring revenue. They're not building worlds, they're building dashboards. Jesus, I don't know who this person is, but wow, what a great way of phrasing that. This is so good. They're not building worlds, they're building dashboards. This is the thing. I feel like I do not trust Microsoft when it comes to hardware at this point because of how bad they bungled the ROG Ally X. Now you could say, oh, that's not really an Xbox, even though all the commercials say this is an Xbox. But when I see how bad they handled it, now even Sarah Bond herself has specifically said the future of Xbox is devices like this and held up the ROG Ally X. The Infinite, Halo Infinite will not play on the Xbox handheld. I paid $1,000 device. After all, my favorite memory for my Xbox game console was updating to the latest Microsoft Visual C++ redistribution. I just want to play it, press play on Halo, and it plays Halo. This is madness. It works just fine on my Steam Deck. I played it last night. This is the thing. If you have to hack your console, if you have to re-update, do stuff, swap apps, do everything, reinstall things. This is a sign about why I'm still very much in love with console gaming because of that ease of use, right? PC gaming is better. I'm not going to pretend that PC gaming isn't better. PC gaming has mods, it's got cheaper games, it's got way more customization, it's got way more stuff to make it your exact perfect experience. Also, even online servers from fans and stuff, a lot of dead games like Phantasy Star Online exist purely on PC because of the fans. My point is the fact that this is the thing of why I still don't like what Microsoft is trying to do. I like the fact that consoles are so easy. Them trying to make this weird middle lane of high-priced, pre-built PCs with an Xbox sticker on it, it just seems catastrophically stupid. I don't know, man. This has just been some off-the-cuff thoughts. How do y'all feel about the future of Microsoft, and how do you feel about the future of Microsoft gaming? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. All right, I told myself when I got done filming this video, I could finally have a nice little energy drink, right? My one energy drink a day. You ever had this Goat Fuel Sports Energy? I only find it at the gym, but I buy it, and they're very good. Call me the Chupacabra, the way I be sucking goats. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.